On to some national news now. Well, the Prime Minister in the Lok Sabha today said he accepts full responsibility for the controversial appointment of P.J. Thomas as the country's Chief Vigilance Commissioner, a decision that was declared illegal by the Supreme Court last week. Dr. Manmohan Singh first recounted the events that led to Mr. Thomas's selection as Commissioner in September 2010 and the court cases that challenged that appointment. P.J. Thomas faces a case of corruption himself, which is why BJP leader Sushma Swaraj had objected to his candidacy. She was overruled by the other two members of the selection committee, the Prime Minister and the Home Minister P. Chidambaram.
On the completion of the term of Shri Prithvi Sinha, under the CVC Act 2003, the appointment of Central Vigilance Commissioner is required to be made by the President by warrant under her hand and seal, and on the basis of the recommendation of a committee consisting of the Prime Minister, the Home Minister and the Leader of Opposition in the House of the People. The meeting of the committee took place on 3/9/2010. The Leader of Opposition gave a dissenting note. In pursuance of the recommendations made by the committee, the President appointed Shri P.J. Thomas as the CVC and he was sworn in on 7 September 2010. After the appointment of Shri Thomas, two public interest litigation petitions were filed in the Supreme Court challenging the appointment of Shri Thomas as the CVC. Honorable Supreme Court declared the recommendation of the committee as non-est in law and quashed the appointment of Shri P.J. Thomas as Chief Vigilance Commissioner. Madam Speaker, the Honorable Supreme Court has pronounced its decision. We accept and respect the verdict of the Honorable Supreme Court. The government will take into consideration the guidelines/direction given by the court while appointing a new CVC.
And in another keenly awaited verdict, the Supreme Court today dismissed a plea for mercy killing on behalf of a 60-year-old nurse living in a vegetative state for the last 37 years in a Mumbai hospital after a brutal sexual assault. The Supreme Court bench said that euthanasia is illegal, yet passive euthanasia can be permissible in exceptional circumstances. The apex court said that as per the facts and circumstances of Aruna's case, medical evidence and other material suggest that the victim need not be subjected to euthanasia. The bench praised Pinky Virani and the nurses for their support to Aruna. And it's a shocking case of medical negligence in Rajasthan. 2 more maternal deaths have taken place in Jodhpur's hospital. So far, 15 mothers have died during childbirth, and the Rajasthan government has no answer so far, that too in Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot's constituency. There are a total of 4 separate inquiries being conducted into the tragedy, but not one investigation has been able to give a definite answer to what caused these deaths, whether it was just spurious glucose in the IVF or unseptic conditions in the operating theatres, or perhaps something else. And finally, last year was one of the toughest seasons for young footballers in Tamil Nadu, not in terms of on-field performance, but because there were no active football associations to support them. But change is now here, and the game and the players might witness a revival. Our sports reporter Sudarshan brings you the buzz from the practice grounds. The long tussle between Chennai and Tamil Nadu football associations remain unresolved, but there is new hope for the state football players. The Madras High Court has ordered an ad hoc committee to run the game. The committee, which has former state football players, appears set to take the game to a new level.
We, ad hoc committee, we started this league little bit late, just because these players will get an exposure, main. That is one thing. And for the development of football, these players, if they play the league here, they'll get exposure in playing in the I-leagues, and for playing the national level games and for the state.
Most of the players in the ongoing Super Division League see this tournament as a gateway to play in the I-League and for India.
After playing this, I want to go for National League. So main clubs in national clubs like East Bengal, Mohun Bagan. I want to try playing for those clubs.
And to help these players to play at the big platform, the newly formed committee has decided to organize 2 national level tournaments this season.
we are planning to have 2 All India tournaments. That is, already the Satyan Memorial is already been conducted by the Malayali Association. So we are having the Vittal Trophy in our pipeline, plus the Gunapandian Memorial. These are the 2 major events going to be held in this ground shortly.
So it looks like even if the state is yet to get a full-fledged association, these young football players, who mostly come from middle-class families, may have bright days ahead. In Chennai with Sudarshan, this is Divya for NDTV Hindu. And with that, we wrap our late night edition. Thanks so much for watching. Good night.